Good morning to all of you. Today I have to discuss about the process of fertilization. So first we will see what is fertilization. So fertilization is the process in which there is fusion of male gamete and the female gamete. If we will talk in case of plants, the male gamete they are the pollen grains and the female gametes they are the eggs. So here you can see it involves the fusion of the two dissimilar gametes male and female to form the zygote. When male and female gametes will join, fertilize, it forms a zygote. Okay, there you can see in the figure LS of the showing fertilization, LS of flower, here stigma, then you have the pistil, pollen grains are also there, then afterwards a pollen tube will be there, pollen sac will be formed, pollen tube will be formed. So simply suppose this is the stigma. When pollen grains are coming here, that pollen grains, a pollen tube will be formed. Okay, so this becomes your pollen tube. One pollen tube will be formed, and inside this you are having eggs. Here they will have the chalaza end, then will be their chalaza end and micropyle end. So here, like this, you can see the anthers are also there from here. The anthers, when it will be there, they form the pollen grains, and this pollen grain has to come on the stigma, and once it is coming, it is coming to the egg. This is here you have egg or ovary. Okay, for fertilization to take place, what is happening? The pollen grain has to reach to stigma. After reaching a stigma, what is happening? The pollen tube, the pollen grains absorb the moisture and it swells. And you have two layers of the pollen grains. Suppose it is your pollen grains, you have first layer is exine and the inner layer is entine. So two layers are there, exine and entine. So here you see when it absorbs water, what is happening? The outer layer, that is exine layer, ruptures and the pollen tube grows out to form a tube. The pollen grains grows out and it forms a pollen tube. Now the pollen tube carries the pollen grains from the stigma to through the style to reach the ovary. Okay, and the pollen tube grows through the style, and they also secrete some enzymes and digest the reserved food whatever is present in the tissues of stigma and style. Afterwards, the vegetative nucleus. Here the vegetative and generative, two types of nucleus are there. The vegetative nucleus that will be responsible for the generation of the zygote, and inside there you will have the generative nucleus. The generative nucleus, it will take care of all the enzymes and the hormones which has to be utilized there inside the zygote. Okay, the vegetative nucleus moves to the tip of pollen tube, and this in the diagram figure 7 you can see that the vegetative nucleus moves to the tip of pollen tube, and then you will have generative nucleus gets divided into two male nuclei, and at this stage what is happening? The pollen tube enters the ovule through the micropylar end, and discharges the pollens into the embryo sac. What is embryo sac? Here you will see this embryo sac. The embryo sac is the place where the ovules will be present. Okay, inside the embryo sac there will be the ovules present. Okay, so there are two types of nucleus. One is vegetative nucleus and one is generative nucleus. So this generative nucleus, that is the nucleus that is breaking into two male nuclei. See, the generative nucleus that breaks into two male nuclei, and the vegetative nucleus that is responsible for this moving of the pollen grains to make the pollen tube. Okay, then first vegetative nucleus will be there, it will be forming the pollen tube, and then generative nucleus will be there which is forming two male nuclei. Okay, and now see what will happen. Once the pollen tube enters in the chalaza end, the pollen grains will come and the one male nuclei what is present out of two, one male nuclei which will fuse with the egg and forms a diploid zygote. So one nuclei male and it is egg that forms the zygote. Okay, now it is clear how the zygote is formed. One male nuclei and one egg will fuse to form the zygote, and this process is called synegamy. Syn means same. Okay, the other male nuclei, another one was there, one has already gone to make the zygote and one more is left, and it fuses with the two polar nuclei. So two polar nuclei is already present in the egg. Two polar nuclei will fuse with one egg, and 2 plus 1 becomes 3. So it becomes endosperm, it becomes triploid. Okay, endosperm. Then suppose one male nuclei with the two female nuclei, polar nuclei, that becomes 3 nucleus, that is called endosperm. Okay. The other male nuclei fuses with the triploid and becomes triploid nucleus, that is called triploid endosperm, and this endosperm is responsible for protecting the embryo by giving nutrition. This endosperm is totally containing nutrition. Okay, so there are based on this there are two types of seed. One is endospermic and another is non-endospermic. So endospermic, you might be aware of coconut. So whatever the coconut water you are drinking, that coconut water is totally your endosperm. That is having most of the nutrients. That endosperm contains nutrients which can be used by the developing zygote. Okay, this is called triple fusion. So the two things I have told you, synegamy and triple fusion. So when the synegamy and triple fusion will be combined, it is known as double fertilization. Okay, double fertilization is this same thing only, synegamy plus triple fusion. So synegamy means one gamete, male gamete, and one female gamete combines to form the zygote. And what is triple fusion? Another male gamete combines with the two polar nuclei to form a triploid endospermic cell. Triploid endosperm. Then it is called as triple fusion. So synegamy plus triple fusion is called your double fertilization. So now see, synegamy plus triple fusion gives you double fertilization. Okay. Now endospermic development. The endosperm develops from the primary endospermic cell by mitotic division, and then the development starts just before the embryo. It means from zygote it becomes embryo, and then it is of depending upon the cytokinesis of each mitotic cycle. The embryo develops and this will form the embryo. From the zygote, embryo will be formed. From the embryo, directly you will get the fruit. Okay. So the next thing we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.